The Minnesota Vikings have had an interesting start to the last couple of weeks, I should say, from our offense really not being able to click on all cylinders, maybe clicking a little too late, getting going in the third or fourth quarter as opposed to just right away in the ball game, or just completely being flat. Our defense a couple weeks ago against the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams absolutely laying an egg where some people were saying your defense has been figured out. You guys are frauds, blah blah blah, and yada yada. Well, the last couple of weeks, the defense has actually bounced back and has actually remained the number one defense in the National Football League, despite those couple game lulls, if you will, against the Lions and the Rams and so on and so forth. So let's get right into it. Before we do, though, if you want one of these cool mini helmets, check out our affiliate partners, Green Gridiron, by hitting the link I have pinned in the comment section and use promo code MINSIN at checkout for a small discount on your purchase. They have all things from NFL, or all helmets from the NFL, from the college level. They have customizable helmets. I mean, they have these mini helmets, complete legit helmets that you can wear on the field, the big suckers. So if you want, a new helmet, if you're a high school student or something like that, go to Green Gridiron, hit that link I have pinned in the comment section and use promo code MINSIN at checkout. You won't regret it. So the factoid is not debatable. Brian Flores' group stunk against the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. The good news, though, is that the team's keynote calling card is back. Okay, how and why? Well, since the start of Week 9 games against the Indianapolis Colts and Jacksonville Jaguars, the defense has returned statistically to its dominant form. The general takeaway is that the Vikings currently rank tops in the NFL per EPA per play on defense, the best in the business. Yet the journey to stay in front of the NFL pack hasn't been smooth. Many feared that the Lions and Rams had fundamentally solved the Vikings' spooky defense, and those arguments actually didn't seem silly in the heat of the moment, right? We looked really bad, okay? But it's what happened to the purple defense last year. Okay, and Brian Flores and company lost its mojo in a game at Cincinnati in December and never recovered. But that isn't happening this year, at least not yet. So our Vikings defense is number one in the NFL in EPA per play. Here's what we ranked the first 5 weeks, and then after that, and then these last couple weeks, right? In weeks 1 through 5, we were first in EPA per play. In weeks 6, 7, and 8, yikes, we were 28th. Very, very bad. That was the Lions game. That was the Rams game. And off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure what the other one was. It could have been, I think, Green Bay or something like that. And then weeks 9 and 10, the last 2 weeks against the Colts and the Jaguars, we were ranked second. Overall, we're number one in EPA per play. This Vikings defense is still really good. Now, we did lose the mojo for just a little bit. Got us all a little scared because our offense started to not look like how they did at the beginning of the season. Okay, started to take a little bit of a break, if you will. Not looking great. But our defense has slowly bounced back. Cam Bynum this week and got that game-sealing interception. We're starting to get the takeaways again. We have to continue to play with the high motor. We have to keep that momentum on our side. Make these teams hate playing against our defense. Get that offense or the opposing offenses off the field as quick as possible to give our offense more chance to really just start clicking. Okay, we have to find something. We have to get something going offensively because it has been a brutal couple of weeks now watching Sam Darnold and company, especially Sam Darnold making boneheaded decisions, throwing the ball all over the place, trying to force it into Justin Jefferson, only making one reads. I mean, it has been abysmal to watch offensively. So we have to figure that out. But defensively, keep it up. Let's go, Brian. You're getting these boys, cooking. We're basically heading in the right direction. But in short, the Vikings defense ranked as the NFL's best in the first 5 weeks of 2024, tumbled to fifth worst from weeks 6 to 8, and then rebounded in the last 2 games to second best in the 2-game sample. Although facing Joe Flacco and Mac Jones, the Flores defense has returned to September form, and hopefully it remains that way, right? The next couple of games should be easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? We have the Tennessee Titans. We're playing against either Mason Rudolph or Will Levis, so our defense should do a spectacular job against that team, right? Then after that, we have the Chicago Bears. We have to take on number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams, the talk of the town. This guy is the next one. He's going to be so good. Well, He would be good if he had an offensive line that knew how to block. I think he was sacked at least 7 times, maybe more this past weekend, losing to the New England Patriots. He lost to Jaden Daniels. He lost to two quarterbacks that were drafted after him. Kind of weird, right? Especially when Chicago goes out and gets him a bunch of weapons. But I think these next 2 weeks, this defense should be able to play the way it has been the last 2 weeks, at least the last 2 weeks, right? Until we take on the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. That's going to be the real test to see if this Flores defense has really been figured out. How do we, fare against a running quarterback? Can we, fix up the zone coverage a little bit where these teams don't find the holes and stuff like that? But as of right now, our defense is still #1 in the NFL, and that's something that we should be proud of. That's something that we should, hang our hats on, and that's something that we should basically, just hop on and ride it the rest of the way. Because yes, there's going to be some games where our defense is not going to look good, but that's when we have to hope that our offense can figure it out because they haven't been able to the last couple weeks. I think it was literally after week 5. Week 6, they just started to take a nosedive, and our offense just hasn't figured out how to keep that momentum, how to, really get something going, continue a drive, stop doing all these little nonsense plays. Sam Darnold is seeing ghosts out there. He threw 3 interceptions against the Jacksonville Jaguars defense that, in my opinion, isn't that good, especially when you have weapons like Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, which, by the way, TJ Hawkinson did ball out. He was the only one that really did anything. But there's no reason we shouldn't have just walked all over the Jacksonville Jaguars, but we didn't. Sam Darnold made his mistakes, which is going to happen. So hopefully the offense can figure it out, because if the offense is rolling and the defense is playing as good as it has been the last couple weeks, we can be a very, very hard team to beat. And that's what we need running into, the end of the season, or the last 8 weeks of the season, heading into the playoffs, the Super Bowl push. We have to be better. So hopefully our defense can remain #1 like it is right now, and we can win some more ball games. You let me know your guys' overall thoughts in the comment section. What do you like about this defense? What do you think we need to change offensively, defensively? What do you like overall? Leave those down below in that comment section. Also, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. And real quick, if you want one of these backlit LED Minnesota Viking 3D logos, hit the link in the description and use promo code VS30 for $30 off your purchase. Have a great rest of your day, folks, and Skull Vikes.